I had a different video topic planned for this week, but it's not happening. It's been a weird couple of weeks, and I just wanted to talk about the creative process when you're going through a difficult period in your life, and maybe, hopefully, you can take something away from this. This is not a video about how to push through, how to power through, um, but how to find a sustainable approach to being creative, but also giving yourself space to take care of yourself. My name's Kim. I'm a 52-year-old Gen Xer, and I created this YouTube channel as a place for people in their 40s, 50s, 60s, and beyond to come together, find inspiration from each other, and to take a chance on their art. I wanted to talk about understanding your relationship with art during difficult times. When you're struggling with difficult situation, stresses in your life, it can affect your creativity. The stress is incredibly draining, and it decreases your energy level so much that it can be a real struggle to find that motivation to create, especially when you have a project looming that you feel that you have to put that time in. We'll talk about that as we go through how this relates to how I'm working through the art series challenge. So, another thing that also ties in with the pressure to create is social media. If you post your work on social media, there's the pressure to constantly produce, to put content out, to keep a schedule up, to keep working with the algorithm for reach. And there's the algorithm based anxiety that is created when you're not super productive. For someone who is a full time artist, you have the financial pressures that your way of supporting yourself is linked to your art making. I'm fortunate that I do have a day job that is my source of income. I have really no source of income from my art as of yet. So there's less pressure on me to need to create to generate money. But for others who use art as their primary job, that would be a huge consideration. So some people, when in difficult times, immerse themselves in art. It's an escape. It distracts your mind from things that are going on, while others completely shut down and block themselves out of the creative process. Neither is correct. There's no one way to approach things like this. It's so personalized, and you have to recognize that your way of dealing with things is very different than other people's way of dealing with things. As I said, I'm working on the art series challenge. Initially, I had the goal of doing 10 paintings. Right now, I'm in the midst of about halfway done the fourth one that I started. I've redone the third one and I'm nearly done. I think what is realistic for me is to get one more painting done. I have one more reference photo that I want to accomplish, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with not hitting the 10 painting goal that I had initially set out. There were some very loose goals for the art series challenge, but it was very flexible. It was basically whatever amount of work that you were able to produce. So while 10 paintings was a very lofty goal for me, I'm happy with what I've put out because I've produced more in the last 6 weeks than I've ever made before, ever. One thing that I've been doing while I've had these struggles is taking a lot of micro sessions working on things. I will come in and work on one little section for a half an hour or so. Other things that you can do are just creating things that is process focused instead of product focused. This weekend, my youngest daughter and I are going to be doing a uh, painting workshop in watercolor on Sunday. So that will be something that will be very process focused. It will just be playing with watercolors and markers and just creating for the sake of creating. Another thing that you can do is create rituals that make the creative space feel safe. Have relaxing music playing while you work, or if it's safe, it would be lovely to have candles in here. I don't know if that's a great idea with working with oil paints and odorless mineral spirits. So that's probably not a good idea. So I wouldn't do that. So recognize when you should step away. How are you physically feeling? In the last couple of weeks, I've had a lot of headaches and back pain. Like it physically would hurt to stand and paint for a while or sit and paint. So keeping your physical well-being in mind. Rest is really important as a self-care strategy. Physical, mental, creative rest. It all is ways that you can regenerate yourself and take care of yourself. And if you need to take a break, then there are ways that you can still retain your creativity and that connectedness without creating. Keep tabs on the art community or visit museums or read books about art. Engage in conversations with people in the art world. If, if art is your means of supporting yourself, clearly communicate that with collaborators, clients, or your audience about your creative pause that you're taking, or set up automatic responses to emails for when you're unable to engage with people. But recognize when you're ready to re enter that world again. Create a gentle re entry plan with minimal pressure to jump back into it fully. Celebrate the courage that it takes to both step away from things and return to it. Community and support is really important. Uh, find others who understand both art and mental health. Um, and keep in mind that you set your own boundaries for how much you share, sharing your vulnerability versus protecting your privacy. You don't have to go into great detail of what is going on. And you decide how much to share and how much to keep private. The relationship between creativity and how you're feeling, your mental health state, it fluctuates, it ebbs and flows. And creating through difficult times is an act of self compassion, not self discipline. Give yourself permission to take care of yourself. And if you need to step back, then step back. So I'm wondering how other people deal with periods when everything seems too much and you don't have the mental bandwidth to focus on anything. Like I said, I'm giving myself permission to take breaks and to not get on myself that I did not achieve my goal, but I'm working really hard to have an obtainable goal for what's going on right now. So if you found some value in this, I invite you to hit that subscribe button and stick around. So thanks for watching. Take care, and we'll talk soon.